So, let's go and know what our scripture will tell us today. Let's read John chapter 6, verse 38. John 6, 38. So the scripture said in John 6, 38 that for I have come. Jesus Christ speaking to people in John 6, 38 according to the Bible. For I have come down from heaven, not to do my own will, but the will of him who sent me. So Jesus Christ, meaning that he come from heaven to do his father's will. I have a bit kata and cough. So to do his father's will. That is the reason why he come down from heaven. So what is one of his father's will? Let's look at Deuteronomy chapter 15 verse 16. Deuteronomy chapter 5 verse 16. Deuteronomy 5:16 said, honor your father and your mother as the Lord your God has commanded you, that your days may be long and that it may be well with you in the land which the Lord your God is giving you. So, God of Bible tell people to honor their father and their mother. That is one of his will. That is one of his way. Honor your father and your mother. And as long as I know, to honor your father or your mother, you have to obey them and do what they want. Do what they told you to do. That is part of honor. If you want to honor your father, you have to obey him. You have to be respect him, obedient to your father and your mother. That is what I know that honor is. Then, can we go to Matthew chapter 30, chapter 5, verse 38? Matthew 5:38. Matthew 5:38 said, Jesus talking to the so-called people that he's speaking with in the Bible, said, you have heard that it was said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I tell you not to resist the evil person, but whoever slap you on your right cheek, turn the other to him to also. Turn the other to him also. So, that is what Jesus Christ is telling his people. You have heard that it was said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I tell you not to resist an evil person, but whoever slap you on your right cheek, turn the other to him also. So, what does it mean? He said he come down from heaven to do the will of the Father. According to John chapter 6, verse 38. He said, I come down from heaven not to do my own will, but to do the will of the Father. Okay. But in Matthew, the Father said, but let your, in Matthew chapter 5, verse 38, the Father said, Jesus Christ himself, not the Father, Jesus Christ said that you have heard that it was said. That is what his Father said. He's telling these people that they have heard that his Father said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. The Father said, if anybody hit you on the right hand, hit that person back. That is the word of the Father. That is what is meant by an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. That is, if you bite me, I bite you back. If you offend me, I offend you back. That is the will of the Father. Whatever you do me, I do you back. That is the will of the Father. But Jesus Christ said, but I tell you not to resist an evil person. Now, the Father tell you to resist an evil person. Jesus Christ said, you should not resist the evil person. So now, did he do the Father's will that he said he come down to do? No, he did not do the Father's will. So, is he an obedient child? No. He's not an obedient child, because if he is an obedient child, he will continue to teach what his father send him here to do. If father say an eye for an eye, but you, Jesus Christ, say no, not an eye for an eye, but do not resist the evil person. If evil person want to kill you, allow him to kill you. That is your own will. You are not doing the will of the Father. So how can we cope with this problem? Are you believing God, the Father, or are you believing what Jesus Christ said? Believers and Christians. That is the question you will answer yourself. If Father say an eye for an eye, Jesus Christ said, do not resist an evil person. Which one do you believe?